Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV, back to bring news and commentary you can use. Listen y'all, I want to come on and tell you about a story. I may not keep this video up long, I don't know, but by the time you watch this video, it'll be the next morning. And I said, you know what, I need to speak about this. Okay, a lot of times people choose for whatever reason to speak about it or not to speak about it. You all know, those who have been following me here on the channel, subscribe to the channel for quite some time now, you all know I have spoken on this before. Okay, I want to give you an update now. This is concerning the thing. Okay, the thing in the arm. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. I may not use certain words, okay, but if you pay attention and follow along, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, listen y'all, this is concerning the thing. Okay, the C word, V word. Okay, y'all put two and two together, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, okay, let me just first say that when the pandemic began, right, you know, a lot of people, it caught a lot of people off guard. People didn't know what to expect. People didn't really know what was going on. The illness, okay, surrounding the pandemic, and you all know what I'm talking about. There was a thing, okay, a V word, y'all know what I'm talking about, introduced to allegedly fight against this thing or to prevent it or whatever you want to say. Okay, however, this V word, okay, was met with there were people who were for it, people who were against it. Now, I'm not here to influence your decision. You do what you feel like is best for you, your family. But I'm just reporting the information, okay? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, by the way. I like to know your thoughts on this. So what I'm saying is, when the V word was introduced, right, there were some people who, for whatever reason, their choice, right, based on the information, or some people would say lack of information, okay, they chose to get the thing. There were some people who chose not to. Many people, okay, asked the question, you know, why is this process rushed? Why did it not go through the proper protocols, the proper procedures to gain approval? Okay, there were many questions about this. People who had questions were met with criticism, were accused of making false claims. In other words, you know, they were accused, things that they were accused of doing, right? And while people may have their different opinions, right, I would say don't be so quick to dismiss what some people are saying, especially if people are asking questions, right? Asking questions about the process, asking questions about what exactly is in it, how was it made, okay? Some information came out just recently, okay? I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but I wanted to talk about it and also get your thoughts, okay? Again, I'm not here to say you were right for making this decision, you were wrong for making this decision. You feel, you know, you do what you feel like is best for you and your family. And if you are someone who, you know, has already made the choice to get the thing, and now you are hearing this information possibly for the first time, consider what is now being reported and still, you know, do what you feel is best for you and your family, okay? Listen, y'all, okay, a report came out, okay, a study came out to be exact. Now, let me say this, y'all. This story, okay, I don't see it as headline news, and I feel like it's one story where the information is out there. They're not going to necessarily tell you it's out there, but I think people need to know about this, okay? Listen, y'all, the C word, V word, okay, the C word and the V word in the arm has, according to this study, okay, and I'm gonna get into it, the C word, V word, okay, according to a study, has been linked to slight increases in heart, brain, and blood disorders. Okay, let's get into this, y'all. Now, also, this video is not me saying I told you so about anything. I'm just reporting the information. You all know, for those who have been subscribed to the channel for a while, you've been following the channel, you know I have asked questions about this, okay? And so, you know, I just want you to take this information, hear it, do your own research by all means. Okay, what I'm reporting on now, if you do a search, you can find out more information about it and make whatever decision you feel like is best for you. Okay, listen, the C word, V word. Okay, we're talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? From companies like Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca, okay, according to the study, have been linked to rare occurrences. They're saying rare occurrences, okay, of heart, brain, and blood disorders, okay? This is according to what they're calling the largest, y'all know what I just said, right? Study to date, okay? Again, this is the largest study to date, okay? Now, from my understanding, okay, when this thing came out, if I'm correct, okay, and please correct me if I'm wrong, there had been no studies, okay? So many people felt, maybe some of you, maybe some people that you know, people felt like they were doing the right thing by going out to get this thing. Certainly in many communities, I even saw it for myself. It was being pushed. They had tents set up. Did y'all know what I'm talking about? Did y'all see this in your area? There were tents set up, okay? There were clinics set up. There were areas set up, even in specific communities, okay? Like the Black community. Hello? Does somebody know what I'm talking about? It seemed like there was a very strong push, okay, to get this thing, all right? They were not saying, so here's what I'm bringing to your attention, right? And this is what I want you to consider. When this thing came out, okay, to my knowledge, from my understanding, there was no information on studies that had been done. It was kind of like, okay, well, this is what you need to get. This is what's going on. This is what you need to get, right? And many people went out and got the thing. Okay, now fast forward, what? Years later, okay, studies are being done and information is being found out, okay? Listen, this is according to my report, okay? This is the largest V word study to date, okay? According to my research, okay, researchers from the Global Data Network, okay, the Global V word network analyzed 99 million people, y'all. 99 million people who received the thing in 8 countries and monitored for increases in 13 medical conditions. This is according to Bloomberg News, who reported this, okay? The study, which was published in the journal V Word, okay, last week, found that the V words were linked to a slight spike in neurological, blood, and heart-related medical conditions, okay? Now, I pray that as you're listening to this, whatever decision you made, whether you got it or not, you don't have to tell me by any means at all, okay? I'm not even asking you to tell me, okay? This is your personal, confidential health here, okay? You don't have to, I'm not asking you to tell me whether or not you got it. I'm not here to criticize whether or not you got it, and that's just where I stand with that, right? Again, I'm just reporting information. But I pray that everyone listening to this, watching this, sharing this information be well, that know that even as I'm sharing the information, if it makes you feel a certain way, I pray that those feelings that you may have about your own self or your own health, I pray that those feelings of maybe fear or feelings that you, whatever feeling you may have, okay, I want this to be something not to scare you or frighten you in any kind of way, but to just make you aware this is what has been reported allegedly, okay, so that you can make whatever necessary adjustments that you feel like you need to make, okay? So I just wanted to say that. Listen, y'all. Okay, according to this study, the C word, V word, has been linked to rare occurrences of heart, brain, and blood disorders, the new study shows, okay? Rare cases of what they're calling myocarditis, okay, which, according to my research, is the inflammation of the heart muscle, were found in the first, second, and third doses, rather, of Pfizer, BioNTech's, and Moderna's mRNA V word, okay? Another heart condition is being reported, pericarditis, okay, which is the inflammation, according to my sources, the inflammation of the cardiac muscle had a 6.9-fold increased risk in those who received a third round, okay, I'll just call them round, third round of AstraZeneca's viral vector shot, okay, the study said. I'm not going to get into the specifics, okay. I want to encourage you, if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, to excuse me, to do your research. Excuse me. Let me drink something out. If this is something that you want to learn more about, okay, you can do your own research on this. Again, I'm not trying to scare anyone, okay? This study went into great detail about 13 different medical conditions and the level of risk, how many times greater risk you have. Again, I don't want to necessarily make this video about that, okay? But again, if you, I'm coming on saying, hey, there was a study done, the results of the study are being published. If you want to go and do more research on this, I encourage you to do that, okay? But it is very concerning. Again, I'm not going to sit here and read about all 13 different medical conditions and the level of risk, but it is very concerning. So the question I want to ask is, okay, and I'm going to wrap up the video here. Again, I want to encourage you to do your research, okay? If this is something that's interests you, something that you want to learn more about, I do encourage you to read it, okay? 99 million people, y'all. That's a lot of people in this study, okay? The question I want to ask is, why do you feel like this information, this study is being released now? What do you think the purpose of it is? Why are they coming out with this information now versus sooner? Let's see. Okay. It's pretty concerning, okay? The experts, okay, you may say, well, who are the people that did this particular study? The experts at GVDV in New Zealand, okay, which my sources say is a research arm of the World Health Organization, examined 13 medical conditions that they considered, and I quote, adverse events of special interest among the subjects, aiming to identify higher than expected cases after a V word, okay? The article also says that more than 13.5 billion rounds have been administered worldwide since the start of the pandemic. A small proportion of those immunized, the article says, were harmed by the things. And it actually created debate about the benefits of the thing versus the risk, okay? Let's see. A lead author of the Department of Epidemiology Research at the Stanton Serum